I was
It
just
hasn't
about
been.
to say
It
something.
hasn't been this
What,
whole
to
time.
Twitch? To Twitch?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can match it up. I'm not even looking at the if anyone's watching. I doubt that they are.
No, Fish Weasel.
Fish Weasel is.
Shout out
Is
Fish
he?
Weasel who couldn't hear anything until 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, rip.
So the the recap is this is the last episode.
See ya.
Bye, we're done.
Yep.
Yep.
We talked about a lot of stuff you'll never hear.
Now that you can hear us, sorry.
Okay, Cody.
Live stream.
Cody, did you put together your game?
Yep. It was way easier having like 6 weeks worth of information.
You've had
to
4
pull from.
months to put it together, so okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Well,
Is
only
this
got-
one it? Wait.
Only 2 questions for each of you.
Let's see those dank chicky nuggies.
Let's see.
Oh yeah.
David.
Don't have them.
Yes.
No.
We're having Mexican tonight. Sorry.
Oh, sad if true.
Like Taco Bell?
No,
yeah.
No, he said Mexican.
that's Mexican American.
Tex-Mex.
That's the best it can. Anyways, David, your first question, and I have to give this one to you because everyone else knows this one. What
Thanks. No, that
Horror.
makes sense.
what horror video game is losing its license to sell Stranger Things themed avatars as Netflix ramps up its new gaming service?
So a
Horror video
horror
game.
franchise?
Yep,
A horror
that
video game.
Video game
Okay.
that everyone else here knows.
Why am I even playing
way
this? No
too
one can
well.
hear it. You guys can't hear it. The stream can't hear it, and it's not recording on the thing.
It's okay.
That's a game.
Video game franchise. The first one that
son
came to
Your son
my
played
son
it a
probably
lot.
knows. Oh wait.
You played with us once, and your son.
Yeah.
coached you.
I can't remember the name of that
I
game.
can't give you any more.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Oh god, it's yeah.
Man,
I can't remember the name.
I was gonna keep giving him more clues, and it would have been rough. It was Dead by Daylight.
Dead by
Daylight.
Daylight. That's right.
Classic.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I was gonna launch it and have it pop up in
That would've
been
corner of the
great.
screen.
That would have been awesome without the title. So I just see the game and I go, yes, that one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
He,
your
I-
second.
he hasn't played it in a while, so
Okay, well,
it was off my radar for a bit.
you
Oh,
get a
hi, Mark.
pass.
Oh,
What
hi,
was
Mark.
that?
That's from the room.
Oh,
I
I
haven't
did
seen
not
it.
hit Lisa. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I did not ever see the
I-
worst movie.
I
ever
work with a Mark, so we say, oh, hi, Mark, every day.
made. They say that to me on Drunken Arcanauts before we start recording.
oh, nice. Your second question: children in what country are now restricted to just 3 hours of online gaming per week? What country would do that?
I'm gonna say China.
Hey, bingo! Bo bo bo.
That's right.
Oh, I don't know where the good ones are. Where's the? I don't know where anything is.
You're looking for Ready to Brew.
No, this one.
That one?
Why would it be all the way at the bottom? How does that make sense?
You're the one that set it up. Ultimately, with this China children can't play games for more than 3 hours a week. Apparently, every single child in the country is going to get a unique ID, and it will literally only allow them to play 3 hours of online gaming a week.
How
which
many people are
blows
gonna
my
figure out a
mind.
way
Play
around that?
offline gaming.
Probably, but let's be real.
Right.
I mean,
Kids these
Pokemon
days.
was our babysitter when I was growing up.
This
so-
episode
so
brought to you
fucking
by
true.
Best Fiends. You can play offline. Wouldn't that
Oh
be
my
fun?
Lori, I had Lori download that because it kept playing on NPR's commercial. I'm like, if NPR is recommending it, it must be good.
It's
Is
gotta be
it?
awesome.
Terrible? Is it bad?
It's about
What is it?
slugs. It's a puzzle matching slug game. It was not what I thought. Yeah, you use I don't even know what the creatures are, but you kill slugs.
That's friends
Okay.
without the art.
Weird as hell.
So all the ads for that app are like it's like Best Friends but without the
Yeah.
R, and it's
Yes.
like what?
But it
Yep.
on the NPR commercials, it's like a brain tantalizing
Hmm.
game, like something that will keep your mind challenged. And I'm like, oh, this must be a cool riddle game or something. No, it's a match 3.
A
it's
cool
a good
riddle
PR
game.
person. That's what
Yeah.
that is. Good person.
got
with the
New
commercial.
Good
candy.
That
spin.
is a good PR person. Yeah.
Okay,
Good marketing.
we'll go Idaho, Austin. You don't need to play
Let's
it
see
again.
those
No one can
dank
hear it
chicky
anyways.
nuggies.
Oh,
I'm
we could
offended.
hear that.
You can see the chicken nuggies.
Dang chicken nuggets.
Why are you offended that you're second?
Idaho?
Iowa? Sorry.
Iowa.
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca,
No one
like
stopped
ayahuasca.
me.
Come on.
No one stopped me though, so I am not that ashamed. It's been a while.
Also,
Ayahuasca,
was-
Been a
you're right,
while.
because ayahuasca. Anyways, your first question. Sorry, I think I gave you the difficult ones. A working model of what phallic-shaped rocket has been
Oh.
priced at just $69?
Nice.
Oh, that has
You
to
like
be
that?
Blue Origins.
Wow. You got. I was just gonna say Jeff's rocket.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mr.
Blue
Daddy,
Origin.
Mr. Daddy Bezos.
Yeah.
Sugar daddy,
is it?
help
It's their new
me, help me,
Shepherd. That's what
sugar
it is. Because the new
daddy.
Glenn is what they haven't made yet.
It'd be
Okay.
called
I'm a
the,
huge
the
rocket
Gavin
nut. You
Bell.
guys don't
I-
know that, but like I follow like SpaceX and NASA and
That's
like
cool.
watch every stream.
Nice. Well, this next one
stuff's cool.
has nothing to do with rockets. What new Apple product is rumored to have satellite service that can be used in emergencies?
Apple Watch.
Ooh, close. It was
No.
the iPhone 13.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Wow.
the iPhone 26 or whatever number they're on.
Yeah, I would have just taken iPhone. I didn't know what number
Bounce
they were on.
around, whatever number you want.
No, no, no,
I
no.
think
no.
that's really cool. They should install
Well,
that in every single
Yeah.
cellular device.
That's
it's
interesting though, because like they already technically have satellite service with GPS location. So like
That's
I don't.
true. But this
I
one
don't-
allows you to make calls on satellite. So like you can dial
There
911
are there
Oh.
are satellite
anywhere in the
phones.
world.
Yeah.
Satellite phones
okay.
can go, right.
I've seen
So
seen
now
spy
instead
shows.
of $1,000, it'll be $2,000 for the iPhone 13.
Yeah.
And Mark's
Yeah.
gonna pre-order it tomorrow.
I have a 12. I need a 13 right now
Oh, I feel you.
for all my satellite calls.
You're gonna be moving to Siberia or something?
Yeah.
Take that sat phone with you anywhere
Or
you want. You
Iowa.
have service.
Sorry.
I feel like this phone, they're going to try to jam pack too much into it. So, like, one satellite phone, two underscreen fingerprint reader, and it's going to be like the worst iPhone just because it's the 13 model and they're trying to jam too much into it.
Mark's gonna keep us updated on it.
I'm
It'll
not
become a
getting that.
serial killer.
I get a new one every 2 years.
Ooh.
So 14.
Okay.
Oh, I think I've had mine for 2 years, so
It's time.
it's still
For a
going
new
strong.
one.
It's also an Android, so
Oh, sad.
Hmm.
I think I've had
That
mine
is
3
true.
years. I usually go about 4 or 5.
Oh, yeah.
I love my Android. I think
Yeah,
it's
me
great.
too. I love
Yeah,
Android.
That
it
way
waits on hold for me.
That way it feels like a real upgrade because it's been so long.
Is
It
yours
really
a
does.
Pixel?
It's
Yeah, I have
it's
a
a
Pixel
huge. It's
4.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I had Pixel
I
back
do
in the
miss
day.
that about my Pixel. I had a 3, and I would just like use the Google Assistant to answer spam calls, and I'd be like, "This
That's
person's
what I
not
do.
available right now. Please remove
Exactly.
them from your call list."
This person will get a transcription of your call. Please say your name and why you're calling.
Nice.
I
Okay,
had like
Michigan.
real
wonderful.
people call, and they were like super confused. Like, what was that? I'm like, oh,
own
that's just
personal
my phone.
assistant.
Like, it
I just
answers
didn't
my
recognize your
calls for
number,
me.
so
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
answer
all.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reject.
Let's see those dank chicky nuggies.
Okay,
See him.
Michigan, Austin.
Ready.
What? This one, I couldn't figure out how to word this properly, so I apologize. What membership-based content website announced it would ban explicit content
Oh,
Oh.
OnlyFans.
quickly reversed that
OnlyFans.
decision after
OnlyFans.com.
After realizing their business would shut down.
Just, oh my gosh.
It was just such a stupid move. Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was like an April Fool's joke. Like they're
Yeah.
like, yep, we're gonna shut down 99% of
Yeah.
our revenue stream here.
OnlyFans, more like, only kidding. We're not doing
Yeah,
that.
right.
Oh, got him.
Did you guys
Oh
see
my
the
God.
College
Got 'em.
Humor skit about that?
No, it's probably
I did.
funny though.
It was
With-
hilarious. They're like, okay, so like, how much of our content is adult content? 9.
yeah.
9%. Wow. 90. What? 98. And he's like, are you kidding me? It was hilarious.
That guy's the I think his name is Brennan. DM on Fork. I think
Brent
it's for them.
Mulligan.
Yeah.
Yes, he's amazing. He's the DM
So
for Dimension
funny.
20.
Yep. I won't pay to watch those videos or listen to anything but what's on the free podcast. But I definitely did
Yeah,
get through
you
their
can get it on
fantasy
Spotify.
high.
Like they're usually a season
Oh,
behind, right?
I won't do anything on Spotify with podcasts.
For your
You
second
cut out at the end. What was that?
Oh, I won't do
won't do
anything
anything
with Spotify for
Since,
podcasts.
since they hired Joe Rogan.
Oh, did they hire Joe Rogan?
Yeah,
Is
he
that
went
why?
exclusive, I think. No, he went exclusive, and then his listenership went down because no one
Yeah,
else will
yeah.
listen to podcasts on Spotify.
Well, like Joe Rogan is goop for men, so
Yeah,
like I don't
He's
really.
the worst.
He is the worst. So is that why you won't listen to Spotify, or do you just
No,
not
the
like
platform
Spotify?
is awful.
It's better than
for
Apple
podcasts.
Music.
I
For
don't. Oh, I don't
podcasts.
use Apple Music for podcasts. Oh yeah, for music it's great, but I do because it's free right now for me for Apple Music. But
Use-
I don't
What's your
use
podcast
Apple
listening app?
Podcasts. It's one I had when I was on Android called Pocket
Pocket
Casts.
Yep.
It'll
Throw me
download
onto it.
download
Called what?
automatically and put it in a queue, and I can sort however I want. Pocket Casts.
Pocket
This-
Cast.
this
Okay, I'll check
final-
it
that
out.
one.
I don't
this
use
final
that.
episode
I
brought to you
use
by
Spotify,
Pocket
and it's
Casts.
not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pocket Cast is
Phenomenal for
awesome.
music.
I use
Pocket Cast.
Podcast Addict.
I've heard of
Is
that.
the one I use.
I don't think
Yep,
I used
I've
it.
heard of
I
that
love
too.
it.
I paid for Pocket Casts when it used to be a paid service, then it went free.
Yeah.
Thanks, app.
I did
Oh,
too.
you can still pay for Pocket Cast. I still pay for it.
Oh, I didn't. Maybe it's like a subscription service now, but
think
I
it's
paid
like
my like $6 when I first bought
storage
the app
and like
8 years
syncing
ago.
between devices is what you can pay for, something like that. I don't think I'd pay
Mhm.
for it.
Okay,
Yeah,
for
you
your
can
second
like pick up where you left off.
for your second question, what cell
Saw the
phone
questions.
manufacturer has announced changes to its operating system that include new protections for children features that will scan your files for
Oh,
child
no.
exploitation?
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
I
a
d-
this is a hot
what pot-
topic.
What
Cell phone manufacturer? Yeah.
Motorola,
Ooh,
No.
Apple.
Apple.
Apple. No, of
Apple's
course
gonna
it's Apple.
scan your private photos, look for naked children, and report you to the police.
I heard
Wait,
another
really?
podcast. Yeah,
Mhm.
well, I heard another podcast that talked about it. He said that they're going to be taking hashes of images that are known pornography, child pornography, and matching them against the hashes of the stuff only in your iCloud thing, not on your phone individually. You know, if
Yeah,
it's
I-
on,
So
if
it's
you
like a
have
terms of
novel
service
child
for the
porn, You're
service.
safe, but if you have old
Yeah.
child porn, you're
Yeah.
in trouble.
because
Yeah.
there's a
This is-
lot that circulates, like that goes around. Apparently, this podcast was talking about catching cyber criminals with it, and brought this up. And yeah, he was just saying that it's just hashes of known stuff that's in circulation.
That's
They get a
really
hash on it.
awful.
Yeah.
That's
You
really
know what though?
sad.
That's a good explanation of it though. So it's like
Yeah.
people have already
Yep.
been caught, so they take the hash of all the files that they
Yep.
had, put it in a database, and then just like
Mhm.
run it against everyone's account just to
They don't
make
have to
sure
do
that
image
it's not out there.
comparison. All they got to do is see if
Uh-huh.
the hashes match.
That's so cool.
That
So
part
wait,
I'm
what
fine
is
with.
That's really
hash?
cool.
I'm on board
I like to call it like a serial number to the file.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good explanation. I mean, that's
then.
pretty good.
Metadata.
What's that?
Metadata.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, this
Ones
is
and
unique.
zeros that make up the file, basically.
It's unique, right? It's
This
a
is
unique code that makes up that
New
file.
York.
it's causing a huge discussion about privacy, and honestly I'm
Yeah.
like I'm so for it right now. Go and do that, shut this ish down. And the users that are like, oh no, I think that's bad, move to Android, then get your
I
child
was
porn
just
there.
holding it for a friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's not mine. How'd that get there?
This
Yeah.
hacker sent me a link and I clicked it and it infected my phone with all
Yeah.
these pictures.
How did that get into my iCloud
Yeah,
with my
that's
fingerprint
not
and
my
my facial
account.
recognition? Huh. Okay,
Mhm.
Mark.
Let's see those dank chicky
Chicky
nuggies.
What?
Gotta get all of the uses in now.
Yeah.
Of course. Put it on a
You need to
loop for
send me
an
that.
hour
I need a
after the show.
ringtone.
What Alphabet-owned video calling program will now warn you when you're causing an echo?
That sounds like a Hangouts thing. Is
Ooh,
that
well,
true?
it's no
What is
longer Hangouts. I think it's
Google Meet
mean,
or something?
there you go. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. How have we're almost at the end of this pandemic, hopefully. It's taken this long to get the little thing that says you may be echoing, because it's miserable in a business meeting when
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
50 people and there's one person who refuses to mute.
Or wear
You know-
headphones.
Oh my gosh, I don't understand why people trust that their laptops or computers are going to be able to not pick up the audio coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine that every time he's on, he's all the way in the back of the room. You could barely hear him. He could barely.
You hear
What was
like
that?
one word every sentence.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, your laptop is like 20 feet away from you. How are you supposed to hear it?
People, headphones are where it's at.
People are nuts.
and then
Your
they're in a
second-
room that has like no acoustics at all, so it's just like
Yeah.
echo, echo, echo.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
worst is when you have, so like in my office, the offices and cubicles are really close to one another, and there's people in my office in cubicles that want to take their Zoom meetings without headphones on. and they'll start doing feedback against
No
one another, and
way.
it's like, and it gets louder and
They don't know
louder.
what's going on.
No, they're like, help me.
Oh, let's just turn it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were so naughty.
Yeah, your second question, Mark. What cellular service provider announced a breach that involved nearly 100 million customers' personal information?
I hope it wasn't my information because it sounds like a T-Mobile thing.
It is a T-Mobile thing. Information. They gave me a year's worth of identity protection, and it already found that I'm all on the dark web. So cool.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Thanks, T-Mobes.
Hell yeah, love that. I love that for us.
Are you on T-Mobile too?
Yeah.
Oh
Yep,
no.
sure am.
Well, at least you get a year's worth of Apple TV to compensate.
I
Yeah,
hope there's a
another
big
year.
lawsuit against them.
That could be really, that could be really bad.
be.
And I was Sprint, so I just got bought by T-Mobile, but my information's still with Sprint. It wasn't part of that leak, so
Good.
silver lining.
Lucky. Okay, I did find some Reddit stories, so let's read. I'll read them to you for the final time. Who wrote this? Blue Sky. Blue Sky Noise. I guess there's numbers in there. It's confusing. Wrote, I work for a company that provides a cloud communication platform as a service. Developers can use our web service APIs to do a lot of neato stuff. I'm a tier 3 tech support engineer developer. Usually when a ticket makes it to our queue, advanced troubleshooting is needed. I suppose that's how sometimes the team forgets to check off the basics of troubleshooting, and something like this goes over our heads. Got a user who couldn't get our programmable chat API to work. By the time I got the ticket, 2 of my team members had already done some troubleshooting, which included verifying and updating their SDKs, combing through our backend logs, and attempting to debug a snippet of their code. So far, no luck. I'm reading through the ticket history, and one of the very first replies we got from this user was that everything had been working prior to their account being suspended. Now, I reroute a lot of account suspended tickets. I know it happens a lot, and usually account administration handles it without any fuss. It was totally fair to assume that they had gone through that team already and taken care of that puzzle piece. I did think it was odd, however, that neither of my team members had responded to that bit of information or referenced it again. My brain starts churning the gears. What exactly happens to our API keys when an account is suspended? It makes sense to me that they would become invalid, which would prevent future attempts to generate access tokens or use our API services. I run this by the team and, with none of us having tried it before, get the suggestion to suspend and reactivate my own test account and see for myself. Cool, we have a game plan. I start opening some browser tabs, pulling up my own account info as well as the users so that I had everything I needed. Right there, at the top, in huge bold letters, account suspended. Welp. So that's fun. I don't know how that got missed. If looking at the account, the first thing you see is account suspended.
I'm sure they made it red or something.
Yeah.
Blinking.
Yep.
Jesus.
We have so many things like that pop up, and it's like if people just open their eyes, not even just like where I work, but like everywhere. It's
In
like
general.
there's a big red box at the top of your screen. Just read. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
The Annie Cake, I guess, wrote this one. Currently, I'm doing my apprenticeship in a local town hall in Germany to become a sysadmin. My final exams are coming up next year, so I'm pretty much aware of what I'm doing. Working for the government isn't really challenging. Most of the time, you help coworkers with simple stuff like how to use your second monitor, replacing broken hardware, or updating servers. Really simple work if you ask me. Right now, we've got elections coming up, and you can do a postal vote. We've set up a special office for this. This office got a PC, a printer, and a barcode scanner so my coworkers don't have to type every name by hand. The barcodes are on the polling cards people get in the mail. One of my coworkers called and told me that she had some issues with the printer. It just won't work. She claimed that if she used that barcode scanner, the printer won't work, which didn't make any sense. The only issue was that the printer wasn't set as the standard printer. I set it as the standard and told her to try again. She refused because she didn't want some important documents printed elsewhere, which is understandable because it has sensitive information. It only tried to print it into OneNote, which she also didn't understand. My coworker just refused to see that I fixed the issue and wanted one of the other IT guys to come because she apparently can't trust me because I'm still an apprentice. The one colleague she tried to call wasn't available, so after half an hour of waiting and talking her into it, she finally tried it again. She was a bit shocked that it magically worked and we could move on, but she was still convinced that the barcode scanner was responsible for this issue.
Just not the same topic, but in reference to printers, Lori and I recently went to an event, and they had name tags, and I felt so bad because apparently the intern that had worked for this company went and bought non-sticker Avery labels. So they were just sheets of
What?
paper, and they printed out 500 name tags, and none of them were sticky. It was just sheets of paper. They didn't find out until the event when everyone was trying to like, why isn't this working? It
And then
says Avery all over it.
did they hand out thumbtacks at least? You can just.
They had to put double-sided tape on every single one.
Oh my god.
And then it
Yeah.
That's
wasn't
horrible.
perforated either,
Oh,
so they
no.
had to rip. So my name tag was like
That's
this.
terrible.
Their paper. Oh my
I felt
god.
so bad. The guy,
Oh,
he
that's
was
bad.
so stressed out. He's like, "We thought these were stickers." Sorry.
Reading is hard.
That's pretty bad. I
Yeah.
could have used a print specialist on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll refer them to you.
Another one. I only have this one and one more. This one is as short as that one. Night Otter wrote, I was a temp worker at a government office. More government stuff. I was a clerk, filing forms, mail, etc. But folks soon figured out I knew about computers, and I responded much faster than the IT team, who was in another building in another part of the city. One day, the administrative assistant for the senior director flags me down. My computer is very slow. Can you look at it? Wow, this machine is old, still running plain old DOS. Early 90s, not unheard of, but every other system in the building was running Windows. I start looking around and find the root directory is filled with temp files. So I clear them all out and reboot. Zoom, relatively speaking, it boots. She fires up WordPerfect. Oh, this is old. And everything is fine.
Oh,
A couple of weeks later, same thing.
WordPerfect.
This time I stuck around to see her work. She starts WordPerfect, types up a document, prints it, and shuts off the computer. She grabs another set of notes, starts up the computer, types up the document, etc., etc. I try to convince her to do saves, to not shut off the computer every time. Nope, that's how she was trained so long ago, and she's not going to change. I'd already
What a
done
smack.
time in the trenches of tech support, so I knew arguing with a long-term senior administrative assistant was not worth my time, so I created an autoexec.bat file that deleted the temp files on every startup. She never bugged me
crap.
again.
I would have smacked her.
I'm more
I can't think of it any other way. Are you
I'm-
kidding me?
Shutting
more
down.
focused
Who
on the
trained
word.
that?
on WordPerfect.
Uh,
The fact that
WordPer-
it's. I just looked it up. It's still around. Who is
Yeah.
using WordPerfect?
We used to.
It's
Not
42
that long
years
ago.
old.
I know. We one of the bigger people that didn't want to get away from it was our attorneys, the lawyers department. For whatever reason, they thought it was better for, I don't know, law
That's-
stuff. I
It
don't know.
doesn't.
it's awful.
It's not even free. That's what hurts me.
Yeah, yeah.
WordPerfect is a
That's an
paid
insult, man.
document management service
Yeah.
that costs $50 to buy.
Terrible.
Yikes.
$50?
Not
Yeah.
anymore. It's $250 for the full version.
Oh, sorry. I was just looking
There's
at
the-
WordPerfect, not the suite. The whole
There's the
suite is.
suite, the X3 or whatever the X
Oh,
number suite. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
so it's like the Excel competitor. Well, do you even call them competitors?
No.
No.
250.
For-
No, they
Yeah.
don't compete.
Who?
we
Why?
we actually were, I won't say forced, but made to take have you ever heard of thin client? You've ever created a thin
Uh,
client?
I've heard of it
Yeah.
from probably like Austin. or
Yeah,
something.
you basically take an installer for a software like, let's say, like WordPerfect, something old and something like kind of that you're only going to use whatever. It basically takes that app and makes it a portable app that you can just save on a drive someplace. So we were made to create this thin app out of WordPerfect so that the attorney department could open up old WordPerfect files because they didn't want to convert them to Word.
When I was in high school,
Why?
I didn't know the term for it, but I did the thin client
oh.
procedure for a bunch of video games, and I
Oh,
put them on
nice.
every PC in our school so that everyone could
Nice.
play Quake and
You,
Unreal
you
Tournament.
were the real bro. Like every school
Yup.
has one of them,
It
and
was
you were
the-
the one for your school.
It was the only reason I
Totally.
wasn't bullied. The only reason is I could source the video games.
That's so funny. My school had like a bunch of people that would like put video games on your like Texas Instruments calculator.
Yes, we had that too.
Yeah.
There was a lot. There was like a Doom game and everything. It was great. We
yeah.
Oh my gosh. We also, our favorite thing about having Texas Instruments, we were required to have them in high school. And we all learned how to quickly put in notes. And you could put like load your entire cheat sheet into the calculator. And they'd be like, oh, you got to bring your calculator to the math test. And you'd have, a year's worth of notes inside there.
Oh
So
man.
good.
Shucks.
That sounds like something I would have found if I had looked hard enough.
Malicious compliance.
You gotta have
Yeah.
your Texas Instrument verified calculator, because you'll always need a calculator in the real world.
Of
Oh
course.
my
I'll have my
gosh.
cell phone.
I still have mine.
Haven't
It's
even
at
used my
work,
math.
but I don't use it because it's like, what am I gonna graph? I don't know the number of students that have COVID because people aren't wearing their masks. Like, no, not something
Even
I
if
want
you're
to
like
do.
even if you're like an architect or a structural engineer, I don't think you're using that at all. You have a PC, you have a tablet that you're working off of, like a Surface.
You have 100 other more advanced instruments that will do the
Honestly,
same
1,000 times
exact
more
thing.
advanced.
Not
I
just
feel like,
Texas. It's
yeah.
a worldwide instrument.
I think TI
Yeah, right.
has some kind of monopoly where they paid like Betsy DeVos or someone way up there to be like, you have to require TI 84 pluses. Even the poor kids have to pay $120, which is their month's budget for food.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Speaking of children, one more Reddit story by Guslet Davey on Discord wrote, I work as a systems network engineer, but do a solid amount of tier 2 quote troubleshooting. So I get a call from our hardware guy, who's a great guy, but not the best troubleshooter. He's replacing someone's computer. He does a profile restore from the old computer, which copies down desktop documents, etc., etc. And when he gave it to her, she complained it was incredibly slow on login. And when they logged in, it was taking a long time for things to load, etc. She also mentioned she could not see the files on her desktop. He calls me up for some guidance, so I remote into the computer, and sure enough, nothing's showing on the desktop. The computer is definitely crawling too. I look at Task Manager, and nothing seems to be particularly high as far as usage. Navigating into File Explorer, I go to the user desktop folder. They had over 2,600 files on their desktop. Apparently, Windows finally got fed up and decided it just can't handle loading that many files at login. I promptly highlighted all of the files and put them into a new old desktop folder, then reboot the machine. Of course, it logs in like a dream, and the remaining 7 folders that I left show up on the desktop. I've been in IT for 10 years, and it never ceases to amaze me that someone would think having 2,600 plus items on their desktop wouldn't be a problem. I don't even understand how this person worked before on their old laptop with that many files.
Mark, you're just like opening old wounds, aren't you? Because Mark and I used to deal with that all the time.
Yeah.
I still see it today. Like
Me
there
too.
are users. Obviously, I can't name anybody or anything, but
Dave.
there are certain users that
me.
will like. They have 3 monitors now that they're work from home, and if they undock, you cannot physically see all of their files. They have to like drag them around to find the correct file, and it baffles me. Like I just don't understand. Like just create a folder, use the network drive. We have a network drive.
Yeah.
And it's easier to sort things out in a folder anyway.
Yeah,
Absolutely. All that work can't be one subject. You have different projects all over the place.
Yeah.
my favorite.
And I will say 90% of them are PDFs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It
just
doesn't
things that
matter where
they
you go. It's
downloaded.
always PDFs.
What I'm dealing with right now, we had a big scare, and I apologize if I said this at the last episode, but
Who knows?
the
That was
district,
so long ago.
the district I work in, they don't really notify everyone that things aren't backed up on the desktop. And they recently made an announcement, hey, just a heads up, we're going to be re-imaging all of your PCs and stuff. That's all they said. No one in my office knew that would mean your desktop files were all gone, your downloads, your documents, all that local stuff. So I had to inform the team and break the news to them that they have a couple weeks to do that. And my boss, who happens to store everything on his desktop, was very unhappy.
I don't even have desktop showing. There's nothing there but what's like loaded automatically.
Exactly.
I have my recycling bin, and that's it.
Yeah.
No,
I
am
have a few
notorious.
things.
Yeah, I'm
Go ahead.
notorious for sending shit to the desktop. Like I'll send like screenshots, like temp
Yeah.
files.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's the reason I have my deskttop turned off, because I don't want to see the shit. I'll go into File Explorer and open
ooh.
desktop.
I delete
But-
everything right after that. I make sure when I leave for the day, I've got nothing.
Well, here's the thing. Like
Nobody can know. Nobody can know about this.
I'll
Right.
get a new computer twice a year at my job, so I'll just end up like wiping it, and everything that's on my desktop, it's just garbage. So it's basically like a recycle bin for me. Like I don't care. I use the
That's-
file once and then it's done.
Modern day
Mhm.
recycling bin is your desk.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
$200.
Greatest hits from Mark over here.
I won't give you the music because no one will hear it but me. But August 29th of what year? I don't remember how we do this. Does everybody just guess? Oh yeah, everybody guesses year.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
August
just throw
29th of
guesses
what
out.
year? English scientist Michael Faraday discovers electromagnetic induction. That is the primary principle behind electric motors and electric generators, two very important inventions that power and drive our electronic technology of today. August 29th of what year? Michael Faraday discovers electromagnetic induction.
When was electricity created, guys?
Created?
Give me like a starting point. I'm
the
gonna say
beginning.
1829.
Okay.
I was thinking later. I was gonna say 1890. Not much later. but later.
1920.
Ooh.
I was gonna say somewhere around there. I'll go a little bit older and do like 1905.
Ooh.
Oh, Mark.
One of you is
Roll over
2
this.
years under and has the correct response. The correct answer is 1831. Cody!
Cody!
After however many episodes, it took me the
149.
final episode to win. I like it. 149 episodes, winner on the last one.
Yeah, it feels pretty good to end on
Fitting.
150 too.
Yeah.
That's a good round number.
Okay,
August
Let's
20
just end this. Nope, we don't need to do another one. I already won.
August 26th of what year? Radio station WQXR in New York City broadcasts a program using a tape recorder for the first time. Tape recorder used was the Philips Miller recording system, also known as Miller tape, invented by James Arthur Miller. So August 26th of what year was the first use of tape recorder in radio?
I'll let someone else go first.
Dun, 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 dun.
1920.
I was hovering around there too.
1905. We'll just go back
Sticking
to the
with
same
that.
answer.
2020. Let's see now.
I thought you were serious.
I'm gonna go a little. I'll go up. I'll say 1930.
I'm gonna say 39.
Ooh.
1839.
19. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going year one. Year one. Price is writing this because the look in Mark's face makes me think he was getting ready to hit. Bum, 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 bum.
Now, I was going to say one of you was a year over, but one of you definitely wins. The correct answer is 1938. So, Dave.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
One more of those. I'm not going to do any more sound effects for this. August 22nd of what year? The Legend of Zelda is released for the NES in North America, considered one of the most influential games of all time. It was the forerunner of the role-playing video game genre and spawned one of the most successful series in video games history. So August 22nd of what year? The Legend of Zelda is released for NES in North America.
Bro, I wasn't even alive.
Dun, dun,
I
dun,
should
dun,
fucking know
dun,
this.
I'm gonna
dun,
say
dun, dun,
91.
dun.
85.
Ooh, I
80.
think it is 80s.
Pretty sure it's 80s because like
80. I'm gonna say
Mario
80.
came out in the 80s.
I'm gonna go 88.
What did I say? 85.
85.
One of you is 1 year over, and one of you wins. The correct answer is 1987. So, Iowaston. Hooray!
Look at that.
We're all over the board today.
Yeah, everyone's a winner here.
Everyone wins, except I only did 3 questions, so everyone can't have one. I did.
okay.
So here's the Yahoo Answers that we certainly have looked at before. I cannot get to because that service is shut down, but I do know Yahoo Answers user Anonymous, we will call Cody, asks, is it healthy for an adult woman to drink milk with all of her meals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a woman who drinks nothing but milk with all of her meals, whether at home, at a restaurant, or at a picnic, and she told me that a meal isn't complete without a glass of milk. She also loves to drink milk. Why is that
My
a she
dad-
also?
My dad literally cannot have anything sweet without a full glass of milk.
Ugh.
It blows me, and it's always got to be vitamin D, the kind of the creamy, thick one.
Oh, chalky.
I used
I don't
to
like
love
drinking
vitamin
milk.
D. Oh, I used to love it. I could drink a whole gallon of milk when I was a kid, but now it's like almond milk.
When
Yeah,
I was a
oat
kid, I always
milk. Ooh, I
had
like
like
oat
chocolate
milk.
milk or something.
Oat milk every day of
Yeah.
the
Oat
year.
Oat milk. We use oat milk for our coffee drinks.
My favorite one is Chobani oat milk.
That's what I have in the
Some of
fridge.
the other ones are too watery, and if I use them in smoothies or like this is boring, but in the
Chobani, you
breakfast
say.
that I
no,
make,
no. This is the thing that I'm here for.
in
Yeah,
the breakfast
give
that I
Not an
make,
IT person. This is
You
what
brought
I'm
up
here
milk.
for.
Here we go.
in the breakfasts that I make, the Chobani one works out the best. Sometimes it's oats.
Really? Have you used
and
Oatly?
sometimes I've used whatever is at Meyer or Meyer, depending on if you're from
Meyer.
Michigan or not.
Oh, I called it Mayor for a long time before I found out that it was Meyer, like the lemon.
Myers, Mrs. Myers.
I don't say Myers. I'm not that kind of Western New York.
I drive a Fords. Drive my
Yeah.
Ford
Yeah.
Fusion.
Yeah.
I
Let's
drive
go
a
to
Ford
Aldi's.
F-150. Yeah.
Want to go to Aldi's?
Yeah, Aldi's.
Chipotle.
No thanks.
Oh
Chipotle.
God, Chipotle.
Oh, it hurts me.
My God.
Chipotle.
But
Oh,
also it's
that
just it's
is
gross.
aggro.
Don't drink milk
man.
with all of your meals. That's
Oh
disgusting.
wait, no.
Not
Yeah,
a
for sure
Chipotle.
agree with that, but like Chobani, okay, I need to remember that because Oatly's fucking expensive. So
Yeah,
I-
well,
Chobani's
Chobani's like
also good.
$2.99 to $4 for a half
Oh,
gallon,
it's
but
exactly the same
um,
then. All right.
also
Yeah, it's
the
expensive too.
pronunciation thing. Lori just met someone who thinks Qdoba is spelled what or said how it?
Quadoba?
Qdoba.
Quidoba. Quidoba.
Quidoba.
Isn't it
You want to go get
Quidoba?
some Quidoba?
Quidoba.
Quidoba, yeah.
You know what's
Make
hilarious?
sure you drink it with a bag of milk.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I've heard people try to pronounce Q like Queue, but they'll try to sound it out, and it's the funniest
Queue.
thing I've ever.
Queue.
Queue.
It's Queue.
What do we queue here? Queue.
Queue.
Why don't we
That's awful.
queue up?
Horrifying. Yahoo Answers user Jen, probably a long time ago, asked, in the DIY category, I'm not an electrician. Is it okay for me to change a fuse in a plug?
In a plug,
Fuse
yeah.
in a plug?
Well, usually it's got like that little. You pull it off and then you put a fuse in there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in 10 years, but
If you're talking
I
about like
guess.
the thing that you plug into the wall, like the cord has a fuse in it, like yeah, like that's easy. But like I've
Those
Leave it
just pop out,
unplugged.
Yeah.
yeah, those just like pop out. But like
Yeah, maybe unplugged.
whatever,
Yeah. That's-
whatever other thing that you might be talking about, probably not.
Yeah, I don't know what, like those words don't make a ton of sense.
it looks like it's not in the U.S. Looking at some of these pictures, it's like the weird. It's like two side ones and then one like this.
Oh, like a European outlet.
Yeah, I don't know what country, but
Yeah.
One of those weird Europeans. Some of those are huge. The UK one, like, 'cause I work with people who are from the UK, and like they have a surge
They're
protector, and it's like
gigantic.
the size of my hand. What are you doing?
what is the purpose of it?
I don't
Damn.
get it.
Just to be inconvenient.
Yeah,
Oh.
To be seated
Yeah.
in the wall as an accent piece in
Yeah.
the room.
Yeah, really.
exactly. It's the decoration.
To
Yahoo
be seen.
Yahoo Answers
be
user Rudy asks, "What are the typical electronic devices one takes on a kayaking trip?"
Blue-
None.
Your cell phone.
0.
Yeah,
And one of those like
Maybe one of those
water
waterproof
speaker
GPS watches
baggies.
in case you get lost.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
that
Anything
can
that's
float.
waterproof or in a bag.
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah.
Whatever you like.
well,
Yeah.
and that floats because your
And
cell phone
floats.
can be waterproof, but it can drop 30 feet
Yeah.
in water.
It'll still be at the bottom of a river that's
Yeah.
rapids and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
You
still
know,
not good.
you said kayaking. Kayaking's not like a whitewater sport. So like I could
That's
just
true.
imagine like someone like chilling in the middle of like a lake with like their laptop or iPad just like
Yeah.
streaming Netflix or something.
There's two.
But like I
two
immediately
amazing-
went for like whitewater rafting with like
Yeah, I
the
was
one
kind of thinking more
person,
rough,
like
but still.
double paddle. I was like, yeah, like
Yikes.
minimal things, please.
Yeah. Don't go kayaking. I hate that. Yahoo Answers
I
user.
actually went kayaking, but good.
Oh, don't do it. Yahoo Answers user Anonymous. We'll call Jalumia asks, "Could you tell me if TVs with the screen kicked in can be fixed?"
Well, it depends. Actually,
Technically.
No.
I'll be honest. I saw a video of a guy stabbing his TV with a fork as a joke, and it fixed
As one
it
does.
after it was kicked in.
I mean,
So,
technically, if you have the parts, anything can be fixed, I guess. But
Stabbing it with a fork.
Google was listening to me, and it
you
actually
just ordered a fork.
put it
Did you
in
just
my
order a fork
search.
on Amazon?
No,
Thank
Sorry,
you.
here's
I
the-
can't understand
Wiretap.
that.
Show us what he was talking about.
But
Yeah.
Guy fixes TV by stabbing it with a
I didn't
fork.
know it was a fork.
By stabbing it, that seems not
Oh,
right.
the
Oh,
fork
shit.
guy.
What the-
Yes. I remember
Guy's
seeing this.
nuts,
This was so
man.
hilarious.
Is this a
That guy's
vine?
crazy. And then he repairs it, huh?
Yeah,
Jesus
stabs it and it.
Christ. Jesus.
He's literally
I
dumbfounded.
love
Like,
the cackling in the background.
Oh, speaking of, this is going a little bit back to our math subject with Texas Instruments, but there is a guy that has a TikTok account, and I don't know about you, but like they drilled into us like you need to learn sine, cosine, and tangent. Like you will use this every day. And there's this guy that's been posting for like 200 days of like it's literally like a vlog, and he's like day 284 of still not using sine, cosine, and tangent.
That's some
It's so
commitment.
true. Like, who
That's
needs to
funny.
learn trigonometry? I think the U.S. education system in terms of mathematics is the stupidest thing
You
in the world.
need to know trigonometry. You do not need to know anything about taxes. So
Yeah,
that's
correct.
good.
Yep, you don't know how to actually do laundry or cook food.
Because
I
they
had
don't
home
want you
ec
to
in my high
know how
school.
you're getting fucked on your taxes.
Yeah, right.
True.
Yep, exactly. Yahoo Answers user Profit asks, my HDMI port on my TV came off, so I thought I should buy a USB to HDMI converter box to play Xbox. Would it work?
No.
No, I think
No.
he's thinking like the USB port on his TV will be able to accept
No.
video signal. No,
That
that's like
won't
a
ever work.
service port or
You need a computer with processing power for that.
Well,
Nice try, bud.
he could get an HDMI what do they call them, the little switcher boxes, if he has another free HDMI port and just plug it into there, and then that
Yeah.
one input will be whatever's on that little box.
I'd be
You could do
surprised if it
that.
only had one. It could be a really old TV with only one,
If
I
it-
guess.
yeah, I have
If
someone that
it's a sorry,
Good.
go ahead. I was just gonna say if it's really old, like he could do like HDMI to component video or
Yeah.
HDMI to component to RCA
Yeah.
if it's that old.
Yeah, I
It's
know
gonna
someone
totally
I
be
used to work
4K
with.
and RCA.
Someone I used to work with had that bought an old, flat screen TV, only had one HDMI port. And he's like, well, I got to plug other things into it. And I found something on Amazon for him for like $25. It's a HDMI switcher. I mean,
Yeah, I've
there were
got one
two
of
different
those.
kinds, one with a remote, one with just a button. You input two, and then you sit down and you play your game or you watch Netflix, whatever it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, you used to have one.
Yeah,
on
I
your
got
old
one of
TV.
those because I only
Yeah.
wanted to run. Well, some of the ports died on the old TV that was in the living room, but then I only wanted to run one HDMI cord through the wall, so I just have a switcher and everything's plugged into
Very
that.
smart. Do they make HDMI to coaxial cable?
Ooh, I hope
I
not.
Because
doubt
I
it.
feel like that would be the ultimate of
The
new and old
ultimate cable.
technology.
Ugh, gross. Yahoo Answers user. Oh wait, I have two left. Okay, second to last. Twitter is for twits. Asks, do I need Microsoft Office on my computer if I never use it? Does it do things in the background that I need it for?
No, boot that bitch out.
Yeah,
But
this-
also, like, what harm is it? Unless you're out of resources, I guess. What harm is it? Because you have to pay for it. Especially like if you have an old copy. If you buy a new one, you've got to buy Office 365 and just pay monthly usually for it. So if
Yeah.
you've got one
Mhm.
and it's not hurting anything, I would leave it. But if you need space or resources, you could get rid of it.
I don't think it's a resource issue more than a lot of the newer PCs come with bloatware where it'll pop up an ad every 15 minutes saying Microsoft Office can be purchased for $99 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
He
that
probably
ish
has
off.
like the trial that came with the computer.
Oh, and
Yeah,
it's so
exactly.
awful that they load that.
With
Office
Norton.
is notorious for like background services, like actually eating performance. Like they'll
Huh.
have like auto updaters and
Ugh.
those ads that you were talking about. Like they're bloaty and they just take up so much.
Yeah,
I'll be
and
on your computer.
Windows
Like the Office installation as a whole takes up like 5 gigs on your computer. Like
and the Windows updates, that because it's a Microsoft product, it'll also have extra updates for Office, and it just
Yeah.
keeps getting bigger and
Mhm.
bigger. Not that it shouldn't for
Mhm.
security reasons, but yeah, if you're not watching it and you don't use it, you could be losing space when you don't even know it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really feel like at this point with Microsoft, they've got enough capital. Just make Microsoft Office free. Because the mess of having to get into college and being swindled by some tech who says, you should pay this $150 annual fee and, just make it free at this point. Same with their operating system, Windows 10 and
Yeah.
11. It's so, ad and marketing based that they're making their money on the back end by watching us. So why make us pay anything?
Oh, kinky.
well, even at that, like I think it's kind of BS that they still charge for Windows. Like
Yeah.
I
they're the
agree.
number one operating system out there. Like everybody uses it. Like if you're trying to
Yes.
keep people from switching to Mac OS or Linux, like just make it free. There's no point that anybody would go with Windows unless they literally hate Windows.
Yeah.
And then like they make so much money off the business side, like
Yeah.
Azure and 365, like for business and stuff, like millions of dollars.
Yeah,
Like,
licenses for servers and stuff, the
Mhm.
cows and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's a fortune.
It could be like
Yeah.
maybe the home edition is free or something like that, and then if you
Yeah.
need additional features, you pay an extra $20 or something. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
like
mean-
I know you can get it through your school or through different organizations for like 50 cents, which seems silly, but I still think there's people out there that are paying, $120 for a Windows license. And that
Yes.
blows my mind.
Gross.
It's nuts.
Our
For
last
anybody that listens to this, buy your Windows key from Kingwin. It is the best place. It's an OEM key. You can only use it once on the computer, but it costs you like $20.
Yeah.
Mm.
Get
Nice.
out of the way.
And our last Yahoo Answers question ever is Yahoo Answers user Ray back in the day asked, "What's for all of you? What's the best way to quit gaming for good?"
Oh, buddy. Move to China.
I've done it. I don't
So-
game. I do. I mean, I guess online role play game D&D, but that's not
I don't think he's talking
gaming.
about computer gaming, but
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
or console. Yeah.
Yeah.
Embrace your addiction.
That's I don't know. It can
Take
be a
up-
problem for people.
Take
but
up a new addiction? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm
Math.
like, I'm leaning towards Mark at this point. I haven't really played a ton of video games recently.
no, I play
but
for.
I've had a lot of
social.
shit going on, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think
Yeah,
it's a good
stay busy,
social
that's how.
amplifier.
Stay
Right.
fucking busy. Get a fucking life,
Yeah.
nerd.
Stay busy.
Obtain
If you
depression.
really wanna quit.
Yeah.
Huh?
Obtain depression. That'll do it.
Yeah.
No. Depression
Or-
will throw you right into those games. What are you talking
Actually,
about?
yeah,
That's
you
not
might
how it works
escape
for
in the
me.
games.
Games are a
True.
phenomenal way to just like escape reality and forget
Yeah.
about your depression for like 20 hours at a time.
Ugh. Yeah.
Just buy a Steam account that has 500 games on it, and then you'll never be able to choose what game you want to play.
That's
and
true.
Problem
True.
solved.
Cody will sell you his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That brings us to the time of the episodes that we ask Cody, what do you fuck with for the rest of your life?
I just looked. I haven't looked at my Steam library in a very long time because I only look at what's installed. I now have 2,000 games.
Oh, Jesus.
I've played maybe 40 of them. I just, a
Humble
digital
bundles
game.
for ya.
Yeah, exactly. It's an addiction. It's a problem.
There's 75 games,
problem.
one of which you want.
No, in all seriousness, I mess with trying to find another job because working in the school system during COVID really sucks.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Working a lot of places during COVID really sucks, turns out. It's not a good
Yep.
thing to
Yeah.
have a worldwide pandemic.
I'm
Let's
gonna go
hope
get
that it
Austin's old
resolves.
job. Yep.
Get it.
Don't
So-
do it. Don't
you,
do it.
You get it. Go get it, girl. Dave?
Yeah, I'm gonna be going to Atlantic City this weekend.
Ooh.
Gonna go see Bill Burr at the Hard Rock, and then we're staying overnight, meeting a bunch of friends there. Then we're staying there overnight and going home on Sunday.
Nice.
Nice.
Excellent.
That's my immediate.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast.
Cool. Austin's, one of the Austins, both of the Austins.
Simultaneously.
I am probably just gonna continue creating VMs and breaking VMs.
I haven't
and-
heard this in a long time.
Yeah, right?
Kidding. I missed it. I didn't realize it.
You have to have a
Wow,
VM to
VMs.
inventory your other VMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Realistically, yeah.
Well,
But yeah,
also,
no,
I am
I
gonna try to.
mean-
I also am gonna try to get my other podcast going.
Hell
for real.
yeah. Chubby
Helpdesk
people eating
A2.
cheese. Remember chubby
It's
people
another.
eating
It
cheese,
was
Cody?
one I had. What's that?
Remember chubby people eating cheese, Cody?
That was
I
my favorite
officially
podcast.
changed my Instagram handle because I feel like I was scaring people off. Mark made me my Instagram, and it was chubby people eating cheese, and I was like, man, no one actually knows this is me, and I'm just a creeper following all my family members.
I
Yeah.
thought it was so funny. Like I knew that it was you the whole time.
That's good.
That's awesome.
Not everyone
I was
did.
actually kind of disappointed when you changed it. I was just like, wow, that's just a really great.
Yeah, I deactivated my
Instagram
Instagram. I didn't know you just that you changed it.
Yeah, that was in the
Uh,
good old days, Austin, when Mark, anytime something funny about me would happen, Mark would go buy the domain,
The
start
domain,
building a
yeah.
website just to make fun. So, like, the Dank Chicken Nuggies had that come up, a year and a half ago or so. You would have
Oh,
had
yeah.
your own website, your own Instagram, your own
Oh my
Facebook.
Oh yeah.
gosh.
I think
That's
one time
advanced
you-
bullying, and I'm here for it.
I
Fake
think one time he
news.
did it live on the show. He's like, hold on.
Yeah.
You see him like hitting windows and
Fake
opening up.
news.
All right, I just bought
Fake
chubby people
news.
eating cheese and
Fake
Yeah,
news.
like to be fair, Cody T sucks or
To be
Cody
fair.
sucks or something.
CodySucks.com.
Yeah.
I think it
remember
was
that.
He would do
.org.
that had to be
anyone that
taken.
anyone that would reject us on the podcast or not be able to make it, he would buy a domain,
Oh, yeah.
gensucks.com.
BirdXD, restinpeace.net.
Yeah,
I didn't do that one.
a lot of
Fake
99-cent
news.
domains that his name is associated with.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And
My mom's
GoDaddy is
penguin,
probably
my
like, what
dad's
the
a
hell are
pig,
these?
I'm
Like,
a
we're
big
never gonna be
penguin.
able to sell these again.
Yeah,
Mark
really.
was the only owner in all of history.
Do you remember your
So-
special song, Cody?
Yeah,
My mom's a penguin, my dad's a pig, I'm a big penguin.
those were the days when we enjoyed podcasting. So,
Yeah. Well, I still did as much or more work for it than I do now. Now I just take 20 minutes before each episode because that's all the time I have.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Probably go back to California. Oh, wait. Other Austin, did you say what you're doing with the rest of your life?
no, I thought
Oh,
you were
it-
saving them for last.
Yeah, it's
Oh, you
fine.
can.
I'm the only one who's not in IT. I should go last.
You should. Oh, you're getting a job in IT. That's congratulations. That sounds great.
Not what
He
I
just
said,
died
but okay.
inside. Everyone can listen to Drunken Arcanauts because I'll still make that maybe someday again. We've had people move. One of us has moved states, not me yet. One of us, I've been traveling a lot. We had a death in the family for one of us, so there's just been a lot of we haven't been able to record for weeks and weeks on that one either. But coming soon. We haven't ended like the previous group of Drunken Arcanauts people did. It still
Is,
exists.
Is
Not
Cayman
yet.
still alive?
Who cares?
Oh, no, I wasn't sure if he was
Ooh.
the okay.
Oh no, I
Ouch.
don't think he's related actually to anyone.
Oh, I just assumed he was related to all of them.
Austin, Michigan.
Oh.
I forgot what we called
Uh,
you.
Achieving personal fulfillment, I suppose. That's my thing.
That's a
Excellent.
good one.
Trying to
Solid.
understand the human condition to the best of my ability. That's what I'm going to be doing for the rest
Good
of my
luck.
life.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang. I wish you the best of luck with that. Yeah.
Yikes! That's a big yikes.
Ooh.
Just
Anyways,
Elon
my
Musk it.
self-help book is going to get narrated by Dave.
I'm on it, man. All over it.
Is it going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
like touched by an angel or something?
Ooh,
It could be.
Oh,
consensually.
no, but it is going to be under my porn name, Rusty Moore. That's
That's awesome.
Hmm.
Rusty Shackelford
no
from King of
Rusty
the
Moore.
Hill. Anyway,
Written by Rusty Moore. That's
Listen-
what it'll sound like. A little preview.
Oh,
Listen-
man.
Wow, I
Listen
love
to
it.
some- someday-
Beginning, you know, just
Tingle in my ear holes.
Yeah, just shivers down my spine. It needs to happen now.
hell yeah.
Tingle down my ear holes needs to be like inside the cover. You know, like the little. Cody wrote
Right.
tingles in my ear holes.
For
Yeah.
Cody, for tingles down your like. Here you go,
Tingles
Cody.
down
I
your
hope
ear.
this sends like Tinder tingles down your ear.
Yep. Shout out to OnlyFans for changing their mind on that thing. Otherwise, all of us would be out of a job.
So
yeah.
true. So true. But I gotta say, it's still an oversaturated market. My feet pics just aren't drawing in the same crowd that they were when it was new.
Sad.
Oh man, I'm
Oh,
still
very sad.
paying for Austin's fish tank one. So
I was gonna say you're not in the top 0.5% like me.
I'm in the top 0.5%.
Oh
but
my
it's like I was in
Ooh.
the top 0.1%, and it's crazy that we're all up here in the 0% but
Yep, it's real
I
crazy.
don't.
Exclusive.
It's like the penthouse of OnlyFans.
I'm glad the last episode hasn't devolved into video game talk though, at least, so that's good. Listen
because
to
we're all,
these days.
we've all been.
We usually do that at the
back.
very end, like
Yeah,
once
at
we
the
say
end.
Anyways,
quits.
I'm playing Psychonauts 2 right now.
Yeah, and I'm playing Psychonauts 1.
Okay, this Twitch stream is stopping.